When you are well prepared, you know your stuff, and that gives you the boost of confidence that you need, which helps you to be less shy and quiet. What's up everyone, and welcome to today's video on how to stop being shy and quiet, especially in professional settings. I myself was a very shy and quiet person, and honestly, it held me back from doing so many things and aspiring to reach my goals. If you are shy, then this video will go over some very useful ways in overcoming that shyness, whether that is for an interview or in a meeting or just while you're talking to your colleagues. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what you need to do in order to be less shy and more confident so that you can impress just about anyone. These are some of the tips and tricks that I have used to get a job at Stanford University and eventually get a huge promotion later on. So keep on watching until the very end so that you know exactly what you need to start doing right now to start being less shy and quiet. Typically, if you are shy, it can mean that you have low self-confidence, just like it was for me. It took me a long time to become confident in myself, which resulted in me being less shy. So how do you become confident in yourself? The best way that I have found that helps is to know your strengths and your weaknesses. We are all great at some things and not so great at other things. What you need to do is identify what those strengths and those weaknesses are. Ask yourself, are you a good communicator? Are you good at storytelling? Are you good at remembering details? Are you not so great at articulating your thoughts? Are you not so great at remembering things? Or are you not so great at asking well thought out questions? Once you know what your strengths and your weaknesses are, you can then play on your strengths and work on your weaknesses. Let's say, for example, you realize that, hey, you may be shy, but you're really good at remembering small little details. So next time you are in a professional setting, like a meeting, for example, use that to your advantage. You may not be the loudest in the room, but you possess something that others might not. Speak up and talk about the small details that other people usually overlook or just don't remember. Your strengths are what will make you shine, so use them to your advantage and let the magic happen. If you want more tips and tricks on how to boost your self-confidence, then make sure to check out this video because it goes into a lot more detail in helping you with your self-confidence. Another way to stop being shy, especially in professional settings, is to prepare ahead of time. If you are someone who is very shy and quiet and you are afraid to speak up, then you need to go into that meeting fully prepared. You need to go into that interview knowing everything about the role and the company. If you are someone who is quiet and shy, then you need to go into that presentation rehearsing and over-preparing so that you do your absolute best. When you are prepared and when you are well rehearsed ahead of time, you are less likely to mess up and less likely to be shy. When you are well prepared, you know your stuff, and that gives you the boost of confidence that you need, which helps you to be less shy and quiet, as well as more talkative and outspoken. You will almost always know ahead of time what event you have coming up or what meeting, so go in there knowing that you are ready to take control and give it your all. This is very helpful in getting you out of your little bubble and absolutely rocking it at that meeting. By the way, if you are an introvert and you need help in becoming more social, because we all know how important that is in our society, then check out this video right here on how to be more social, especially for introverts. But make sure you finish this video first. Moving on. The next thing that you need to do to overcome shyness in a professional setting is to prepare questions ahead of time. This is like a cheat code because it's so easy to do. Anytime that I would go into a meeting with higher level executives and I knew I was going to feel very intimidated and shy, I would almost always walk in with a set of really good questions ready to go. Anytime that there was any silence or the executive would ask anyone if they had questions, I became the first person to put up my hand and say that I have a question. This helped me so much because I had a set of questions already written down, so in the heat of the moment, I would just need to look at my notes, find a relevant question, and ask away. This required almost no effort on my end because the question would usually open up a conversation or a debate, and then I could go back to listening and just becoming quiet again. But at the same time, I engaged and offered value to the meeting by asking those questions. So write down some really good questions before you walk into that meeting, before you walk into that interview, or even before you walk into a presentation. Trust me, this works like magic. Next tip that I have for you to stop being shy in professional settings is to use small talk to your advantage. I personally do not like small talk, but When I was very shy and quiet, I used small talk to help me overcome that shyness, especially at work. Let me tell you why small talk is important in professional settings. Managers and executives like people who are always engaging and talkative. Obviously, when you are at work, there are so many questions you cannot ask, so many things that you just cannot talk about because it's not considered appropriate. And you're super shy to begin with, so that just makes it even harder. So when it comes to small talk, you can never go wrong. Ask or talk about the simplest things like, how was your drive to work? How are your kids doing? Did you find the meeting helpful? What are you having for lunch today? Do you have any plans for the weekend? These are all questions that you can ask almost anyone at work, and it helps you seem a little bit more social. Even if you're shy and quiet, you can muster up the courage to just ask simple, basic questions to get the conversation flowing. That's usually all that you need to be engaging and more talkative. So start by using small talk to your advantage, even if you find it boring. It gets the job done and it's effective. The next tip that I have for you is to practice. If I had $1 for every time that I mentioned practice on this channel, I swear I would have had $1 million for sure by now. I know this sounds so mundane and obvious, but I will say it over and over again because of how important this is. The more that you practice, the better you become at something. If you want to stop being shy, then you have to practice not being shy. I know what you're thinking, but Maria, it's so hard and the world out there is just so scary. Yes, I know, I live in the same world as you, and if you're shy and quiet, the world will eat you alive and amazing opportunities will get taken from you. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to be able to thrive in whatever that you do, and you can do that by practicing as much as you can. Even if you need to do something silly like stand in front of a mirror and practice interview questions, or sit in front of your family and friends and give your presentation, or pay your siblings a few dollars to be a practicing audience. Yes, I've had to do that with my sister. I could pay her to basically do anything. Hey Jay. I couldn't even say one sentence in front of the camera without messing up when I first started YouTube videos. And now, almost 20 videos in, I can't shut up and I keep having to cut stuff out because I talk so much and my videos just become too long. So please do yourself a favor and practice, because I promise you it will take you so far ahead in life. Next thing I need you to start doing is to get to the root of the problem and ask yourself, why are you so shy? Now hold on, I'm not saying that being shy is a problem. It definitely isn't, but you want to get to the root of your shyness. Ask yourself, why am I so shy? Is it because you were brought up a certain way culturally? Is it because you grew up much more isolated than others? Is it because it's just a part of your personality? Or is it because you're just naturally an introvert? When you know why you are shy, you can then begin to undo those habits installed in you. So let's say, for example, you grew up in a household that promoted being humble, quiet, and very reserved, something as being normal. Then you can understand why you are the way that you are. You need to then undo some of those principles without completely changing yourself. Let's translate that into a professional setting. Say you are in a meeting, look around you. Remember that these people are not your family and you don't have to behave the same way in front of them that you do in front of your family or your friends. I come from a very strict Pakistani family and we could not speak one word at the dinner table. I was always brought up to be quiet and shy because that's how women were expected to behave in my culture. Because I was brought up this way, it translated into my professional life as well. I had to really work on it and do all of the things that I've mentioned above just to be less shy, because I hated seeing all of the opportunities that I wanted go to other people for the simple reason that I was just shy and quiet and wasn't able to speak up my mind. So please find the root of your problem and tackle it head on, and I promise you, you will come out much more confident and more fierce. So these were all of the tips that I have for you today. If you really want to work on your confidence and speak to me one-on-one, then make sure to join my exclusive Facebook group called Habits for Success, where I can help you with your confidence and communication skills. I will post the link below, so make sure you join. There's not a lot of people on the group, so that means that you'll have my undivided attention. Oh, by the way, did you grab your copy of my free habit building workbook? I created it all on my own and it's helped me so much in building new good habits. So make sure to grab yours right now. Like I said, it's absolutely free. Lastly, make sure you check out these videos because they will help you tremendously on your communication skills. And who doesn't want that, right? Until next time, you guys, this is Sincerely Maria signing off. Take care. Bye.